When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders.
Good night, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Our topic tonight, who gave the order to kill Dudu's so-called accountant Keith Clarke? He's the uncle of the Minister of Finance, Nigel Clarke, who gave the order in 2010 to kill Mr. Clarke. That's a question on our topic, on our list tonight. Who gave the order to assassinate a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican soil? In 2010, in Incursion in Tivoli Garden, who really gave the order to kill Mr. Clarke? We have some videos for you to listen, to watch, and also we're going to give you a piece of news clipping from the Jamaica Gleaner with the Director of Public Prosecution pertaining to Mr. Keith Clarke case. Who ordered the assassination of a Jamaican on Jamaican soil? Who really ordered the assassination of Mr. Keith Clarke? In 2010, when we have the Tivoli Garden incursion, the Tivoli Garden massacre in this country. Tell your friends and family that the Make We Talk program is on. Like and share. Like up this live feed. Share up this live feed and share it and like it. Who ordered the killing of accountants, businessman, family man, a father, a husband, an uncle, a brother? Who ordered the assassination of Mr. Keith Clarke? If you go and search on the Make We Talk YouTube channel, I've been asking that question for many years now. Who ordered the assassination of Mr. Keith Clarke? They said he is a former Tivoli Garden strongman Dudu Coke, Christopher Dudu Coke, attorney, accountant rather. It is rumored that way. The Jamaican people, not even the Jamaican people per se, the family have been waiting long enough now with this court hearing. Who ordered the assassination of Mr. Keith Clarke? I want you all to listen to this. Bear with me. I'm not that technology savvy, but bear with me, please. Who ordered the assassination of a Jamaican on Jamaican soil? I want you to listen to this video.
Days were steaming hot, and the nights were endlessly long, as the social and the political tension built in May of 2010. There were whispers that the man who was at the center of the national crisis, the infamous Tavares, had issued threats to two cabinet members and the female spouse of another. Tavares expected the political hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party to protect him from extradition, as he and those street elements in Western Kingston had protected the vote for the JLP over many years. As Tavares cowered in the days leading up to the security forces breaking into Tivoli Gardens with deadly effect, many inside the shuttered community actually believed it would not happen. And a few days later, on the 27th of May, it reached Uptown. During the ongoing search for Tavares, chartered accountant Keith Clarke was killed at his Kirkland Close home in Red Hills, St. Andrew, when 100 soldiers and a handful of police personnel raided his residence. The shooting and explosions lasted for about an hour, according to neighbors. Reports at the time said that the Jamaica Defense Force personnel, acting on intelligence, went there in search of coke. When the shooting ended, the accountant was shot 21 times.
You hear that? You hear that? Mr. Keith Clarke was shot 21 times by the Jamaica Defense Force soldiers. 21 times. A Jamaican assassinated on Jamaican soil. He was shot 21 times. Listen to some more.
Mostly to the back. He died inside the home he shared with his wife and a daughter. 3 Jamaica Defense Force soldiers were charged with his murder 2 years later, on the 30th of July 2012. The soldiers were indicted by Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn. The murder trial of the 3 soldiers was postponed on the 13th of October 2013 until the 9th of March 2015 due to the chikungunya illness on the part of one of the defense lawyers.
Hold on there.
On the 9th of March 2015.
You know who this is? This is Keith Clarke's nephew, the Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clarke.
The trial was rescheduled for October 12 that year, after the Director of Public Prosecutions acceded to request from attorneys for the soldiers that the trial be delayed pending the completion of the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry. On the 12th of October 2015, the trial was again rescheduled, this time to February 8 of 2016, pending the completion of the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry. On the 19th of September 2016, the trial was again pushed back to February 6, 2017, this for undisclosed reasons. In September of 2017, the trial was again delayed, this time because of the unavailability of Dr. Dinesh Rayo, the former consultant pathologist to the Ministry of National Security. At the time the trial was set to get underway in April of 2018, the attorney representing the soldiers presented immunity certificates and argued that his clients could not be tried. The lawyer dropped a bombshell when he revealed in court that the soldiers were granted immunity from prosecution by former Security Minister Peter Bunting on the 22nd of February 2016, almost 6 years after the incident. The certificates were granted to Corporal Odell Buckley, Lance Corporal Greg Tingling, and Private Arnold Henry, some 4 years after they were charged with Clarke's murder. In halting the trial, after Clarke's widow Claudette challenged the immunity granted to the soldiers, Justice Brown told the court at the time that it was not for him to determine the legality of the action.
You hear this? 3 Jamaica Defense Force soldiers was granted immunity by former Minister of National Security Peter Bunting. 3 Jamaica Defense soldiers, was granted immunity after they were charged with the murder of Keith Clarke. They were granted immunity by the former Minister of National Security, Mr. Peter Bunting. Immunity. Listen to this.
Of then Minister of National Security, Peter Bunting. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn had argued that Bunting had overreached and interfered in the matter when he sanctioned the immunity certificates. Llewellyn had also described the decision by Bunting as a most unusual exercise of authority. The matter was sent to the Constitutional Court, which in November of 2019 heard arguments in the challenge to the legality of the certificates of immunity brought by widow Keith Clarke. The court then handed down its ruling on the 18th of February, nearly 2 years after the trial was halted in April of 2018. The ruling said that the 3 Jamaica Defence Force soldiers will have to stand trial. The court ruled that immunity certificates granted to the trio in 2016 by Bunting were invalid, null, and void. In announcing the court's decision, Justice Leighton Pusey, who was part of a 3-judge panel that heard the challenge, said the granting of immunity was manifestly unfair and unreasonable, and as such the soldiers must stand trial for Clarke's murder. The certificates were issued by Bunting under the Emergency Powers Act, under which several states of emergency are now in force. Since the ruling was handed down, Bunting has stated that he received legal advice before he issued the good faith certificates in 2016. Bunting, in a statement to the media, said that having acted on the advice he received, he could not have responsibly taken an administrative decision to deny the soldiers access to the certificates of good faith. Now, interesting days ahead, as I look forward to see how this trial unfolds.
Now tell me something now. You grant 3 soldiers immunity. But the question must be asked this afternoon or tonight here. You know who was in charge of the JDF at that time? The ambassador of Plentiful, Rocky Mead. Ambassador Rocky Mead was in charge of the JDF in 2010. And Rocky Mead need to tell the Jamaican people who truly ordered the soldiers up to Kirkland Heights and Mr. Keith Clarke home. Who ordered the soldiers up by Kirkland House, or up by Keith Clarke home in Kirkland Heights? The Jamaica Defence Force soldiers couldn't just go up there like that and assassinated a Jamaican on Jamaican soil in his home in front of his wife and daughter. In front of his wife and daughter, they were assassinated. It begs to ask the question, how many Jamaicans in this country? You know something? When you listen to all of these things, you know, your heart grieves. Who ordered the killing of Mr. Keith Clarke? Who truly ordered the killing of Keith Clarke? And why did they order the JDF members to go up there? Why did they order members of the JDF to go up to Mr. Keith Clarke home in Kirkland Heights? And it's taken so long for anybody to be brought to justice. It's taken so long for the wife of Mr. Clarke and the daughter of Keith Clarke to get into justice. Now today, the court in downtown Kingston, but the trial is set for April 15th, if my memory serves me correctly this year. I want you to listen to what Jamaica's chief prosecutor, the director of public prosecution, the good lady Miss Paula Llewellyn, can I hardly pronounce her name. This is what she said. And I want you all to listen to what the great lady, the good lady said.
Madam, we were just told by the defense that they will be appealing the decision, so the trial date might be pushed back.
Well, I don't know about that. There's a saying that sorry, so that the unforensic mount make the talk. We will see. The Court of Appeal was quite clear in their directions, and the judge, his lordship, indicated that he certainly will be making his written submissions available. And as far as the court is concerned, we are to ready ourselves to commence the trial on the 15th of April.
And you're ready?
The Crown is ready.
Madam, we were just told by the defense that they will be appealing the decision, so the trial date might be pushed back.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know about that.
There's a saying that sorry, so that the unforensic mount make the talk. We will see. The Court of Appeal was quite clear in their directions, and the judge, his lordship, indicated that he certainly will be making his written submissions available. And as far as the court is concerned, we are to ready ourselves to commence the trial on the 15th of April.
And you're ready?
The Crown is ready.
Now tell me something now. How can it take so long from 2010, 2011, 2012, the first hearing happened? And it taking so long for Claudette Clarke and her daughter to get closure in the killing of her husband and the daughter's father. It is taking so long for the justice system in this country to hand down a guilty or not guilty verdict, or to have a case pertaining to this. Who ordered the murder of a Jamaican and Jamaican soil? And I believe some members of both sides of the political aisle have some answering to do. And I believe that the former member of the Jamaica Defense Force, the former chief of staff, who is now ambassador of Plentiful, have some answering also. Who really ordered the killing of Mr. Keith Clarke? That's the question is being asked by many Jamaicans. Who truly ordered the killing? Who truly ordered the murder of a Jamaican on Jamaican soil? Who ordered the members of the JDF to go up there? Was it that is it that Mr. Coke was at Mr. Clarke home? I think not. I don't believe that he was there. But there's other motive why members of the JDF went up to Mr. Clarke home. Who ordered the murder of businessman Keith Clarke? And in this case, if there's any jury in this case, are we going to use a tainted jury, Madam DPP, in this case? Who ordered the killing of this man? A well-known businessman in Jamaica. A well-respectable businessman. Who ordered his killing? Well, let's listen to what his lawyer have to say today outside the court in downtown Kingston. He was outside the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston today. Let us listen to what his lawyer have to say. Who truly ordered the killing of Mr. Clarke? We don't know.
Clear directive that we should not comment, but it has been.
Hold on for me. I think this is attorney at law Green. I think that's his name, Mr. Green. Let's listen to what Mr. Green have to say.
Simply say that we are extremely happy that the matter will be going to trial. It has been long. It has been going on for a long time, almost 14 years since the death of Mr. Clarke. The judge has given clear directive that we should not comment, but it has been extremely stressful for the family members. And even with the outcome, they are quite broken by the entire circumstances that they find themselves in that state.
The defense has indicated that they will be appealing. So this is likely if they proceed to cause more delay in the matter. What does this mean for the family?
Well, I've indicated to them that they must remain calm. It is a process, and we expect that at the end of the day, a just result will become.
Yeah. Trial date has been set for the 15th of April. So we'll see what happens on that date. But I can tell you that the defense has appealed the decision of the judge.
Yes.
No. Yes. It's like,
So it's going back to the appeal court?
yes, we believe that that is appropriate.
May we ask why you're appealing?
Oh, because we don't agree with the judge's decision. That's why people appeal.
Grounds.
No,
Is it
I
too early
can't tell
to
you
say?
the grounds. I can't tell you the grounds, but we're prepared.
Will this stall the trial
The
process?
trial, given the fact that it's April 15th, it's set for April 15th.
Yeah,
So
it
there's
should.
a possibility
It should.
that
So the
It
trial
should
won't
if
proceed.
we want the decision to be heard by a higher court in the interest of justice. It should.
Okay,
We're prepared.
so tell the people, we don't tell the people what's the decision, what was the decision today, what the judge said.
No, I
In
can't
terms
tell
of
you
the
that
ruling.
because it might not be in the
Not
interest.
detailed.
A trial date has been set for April 15th.
Well, that's not likely to proceed on that date because you have an
Given the fact
appeal.
that you have indicated that you
Well, nothing is etched in stone, but we are proceeding in that direction in the interest of our clients.
Simply say
Let's hope and pray that the family of the late Keith Clarke, who was assassinated on Jamaican soil by members of the Jamaica Defense Force. Let's hope and see that his family will get justice. And immunity was handed down by a former Minister of National Security to members of the JDF. And the immunity was going to stop them from being dragged before the court. Who ordered the killing of Mr. Keith Clarke? You hear what happened at Kirkland Heights in 2010? Mr. Clarke got 21 bullets to his body. 21 bullets of taxpayers' bullets, because the JDF members, the guns at the hole belongs to the taxpayers of this country. And 21 bullets of taxpayers' money was pumped into a Jamaican citizen 21 times. I'm not telling me that we mustn't talk about things that is going on in this country. Huh? It is before the court. I'm no lawyer, neither do I profess to be a lawyer. But 21 times you pumped bullets into the body of a Jamaican citizen. And based on what the news said, his back, in other words, he was turned back, wherever. 21 bullets pumped into Mr. Keith Clarke body. 21 bullets. And until now, his family can't get justice. Until now, his family, Claudette Clarke, cannot get justice now her daughter. I don't think Nigel Clarke wanted the justice, who's Mr. Keith Clarke's nephew. But 21 times, 21 bullets was pumped into the body of a Jamaican citizen by the security forces of this country. He was assassinated. Was he involved in the wrongdoings? I think not. Mr. Clarke was at his home with his family. The now ambassador of Plentiful, Ambassador Rocky Mead, must come and tell the Jamaican people who ordered members of the JDF to go up to Kirkland Heights in the wee hours of the morning and assassinated Mr. Keith Clarke. Ambassador Rocky Mead, 21 bullets. 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 Who ordered members of the JDF to go up to Kirkland Heights? 21 bullets. Hold on for me, please. One moment. Hello, good night.
Okay. Good night. Good night.
Good night, ma'am. How are you doing?
Uncle Jeffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
You see when them take with the fool, that for sure you say Nigel Clarke is not no good. And no matter where my uncle do me, no boy can give my uncle 21 gunshot and my uncle no criminal, you know, do nothing. And you sit down in a parliament with them and big neck, I drink up on them and I pint them pose and position and nobody can tell me my uncle did. Eh? Nobody can tell me my uncle did.
21 bullets.
And that because 21 bullets in a Keith Clarke. Where Keith Clarke no? Why you kill him? It's alleged. Listen to this clearly. It is alleged that Keith Clarke was the biological father of the Dodos. Remember, I said it's alleged. So if I do this, then I look for a text up there. You must know Dodos different from Keith Clarke. And even if I do this, you know, look for it still no on the right figure Dodos 21 gunshot. 1, 2, 3 shots. Nobody don't forget no 21 gunshot.
But the fact of the matter
and worse by the security force.
Hold on for me, caller. The fact of the matter is, are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, at the time, I don't think nobody knew where the smoke was.
Okay.
Maybe some people in the hierarchy of the Labour Party and the hierarchy of the People's National Party, maybe they knew where this is. But there must be a reason. There must be a reason why the former chief of staff of the Jamaican Defence Force ordered the members of the JDF to go up to Kirkland Heights.
After some corruption,
21 bullets, 21 bullets was pumped into a Jamaican citizen bodies. 21 bullets of taxpayers' money. And I know his family can't get any justice. 21 bullets. Jamaica have some answering to do.
Oh, all right. Look into this now. Say Keith Clarke are my uncle too. Are my father. And me and Nigel Clarke would have been two first cousins. You think he could have talked to me? He couldn't have nothing, he would have nothing to do with it. because him in the position where he can determine to find out who are they, and then the 3 little soldier now. 3 little soldier they want end. Which soldier like them they are going to left camp? Go shoot down place without order. Who order the shooting? These are the things when the young man and woman of Jamaica can look into before they join the JDF and the JCF. All the while the big hierarchy use the smaller one them as scapegoat. No soldier now left camp and go to Kirkland Heights or whichever place. Go shoot up so on the operation by their own. Them have to get instruction from bigger authority. Who are this instruction? That is it we are asked about. And nobody can give the answer from 2020 now.
And you know something, something, Carla? I was stuck in Jamaica in 2010 in Tavares incursion.
Yeah.
I was stuck, I couldn't move. It was some people who came at a certain place from me under heavy security, and I was to leave from there.
Oh my.
Under heavy security, I'm afraid to talk. I'm not boasting about anything either. Where I was during the incursion in Tivoli Garden, Kingston was on fire. And where I was, when I left from where I was, and I went to somewhere else.
Yeah.
The next morning, as a matter of fact, that night I didn't sleep. We got phone call that Keith Clarke dead.
Okay.
We wait until the next morning, we hear some more news. 21 bullets. 21, I must take my time talk. 21 bullets was pumped into a Jamaican citizen's body by
my God,
security
why
of this country. And until now, he's
and then
family.
I think he never want to pick me. Yo.
His daughter.
Yo. Yes, yeah, what could that? You're right.
Hey, on see this country? On see this country? On see some of the leaders in this country? One of the hug up our hands and gloves? They have some answering to do to Almighty God. What to the people of this country?
And who was the prime that time? And a Bruce Golden.
Pardon me?
And a Bruce Golden was the prime minister at the time.
Him same one.
And me and people, I said this mode, do this. Regardless of what they say when do within jobs and in this. Me used to sell a coronation market. And when Dudus run coronation market, no boy can't thief your load. Remember, they can take up it. If they take up your load and you ball out, it'll come back. If they pick a chain, and once you chain pick your ball out, see man come down and say to you, "Warm to your mama, or warm to your sister." And you say, "You know, say me there, so I make bag, pick this out, your ball, your boy run so." At least you take forget about your things at our time. And boy, I get beaten. We used to sell a coronation market. And Saturday night time when that market not so good. And we have left overload. Down a gully, in water we stretch out pancake. We catch water in a bucket and bathe. Naked the day we born. Naked. We catch water in a bucket and bathe. And lie down pancake and nobody trouble you. Before the man, your man come and say, we are come off the road, no, so country people, so you call it. Country people, rise. Rise down. Get up now, wake up, because we have left, so up our roof foot, that you can't see what's going on. Because we have come off now. And we push, we can't and go up a punish down road, and go set out the little road and go, we yard. You hear me say? And for do, when the incursion have gone, you could tell, say, we know it will happen before it happen. I so make me left it. Me no go back down like 2 weeks before the incursion, because we hear it will happen, but we don't know when. And the boy them tell we say, if you cover market, carry the amount of load we can run less. Because something good on and them don't know what. But it not turn good. Yeah? It's something we are here, but we don't know what. And that means it's alleged that Dudus tell them say you can't fight the government. All them man around him, he send me away. It's alleged. And tell them say you can't fight the government. And it's the next man come in and kill off the boy them in the market and light the market. I know Dudus light the market. Dudus go about the business.
One thing I can say, darling, I am not a lawyer and I don't profess to be a lawyer. I don't know what happened. And for all those people who were murdered in the Tivoli Garden incursion, it's more than 70-some people were murdered. More than 70-some people were murdered. And you hear nothing. You hear no. Hold on for me. Hold on for me, caller. You hear nothing of those people who were murdered. Not one single thing. 21 bullets was pumped into a Jamaican citizen's body. And until now, you can't hear nothing about it. And those are the people with hands and gloves in this country.
Of course.
Some of them should be charged and sent to the Hague for trial.
And then the wickedness thing. Now they want to put it on the 3 little private soldier then. Where a punch button. Them a man a punch button. A commander give order. So why you want to put them in prison? Them not do, if them you shoot him, order then get, and if them not get no order, them will go a red fence. Who want go a red fence? So you not blame them. Blame the one who give the instruction. And you have to people them pit there. Even if them fit them gun, it shot come out. Who send them up there? That's the way the judge and the jury and Miss Paula Llewellyn to find out. It's unfair to charge the 3 private soldier. It is unfair. Jamaican people no see JDF would not say that unfair. It's the big neck up there, we send them up there. So we could have a grandson and nephew, a good friend, and encourage him to go join JDF, even if he have the ability. Why?
And what hurt most of all?
The 3 soldiers don't want to sacrifice them and sacrifice them.
And what hurt most of all in a caller is when this administration is going to give the former member of the Jamaica Defense Force, the former chief of staff of the Jamaica Defense Force, a position of ambassador, and he has another position now. Yeah, and the Jamaican people right now need to hear from the same ambassador, ambassador of Plentiful, Rocky Mead, who really ordered the members of the Jamaica Defense Force to go up to Kirkland Heights. Who did it? Who ordered it?
That is it. That is it, sir. That is it. Who ordered them? You tell me, say them just take up a gun and walk up a Kirkland like go to where they want to. You tell me that? You tell me, say them just take up a gun and whoop, they go kill man? Them no fool. And in next story, I tell you, I tell plunder. Miss Curtis, I resign.
Yes, oh yeah, hold on there. Let me apologize. She resigned, not she didn't resign. She retired rather. She was forced to retire, not resigned. She was forced to retire early.
So what meant all is Wilmington? All is Babsy Grange? All is Delray Chuck? All is Edmund Bartlett? What are they? Why them not resign? So not then take civil servant and force them to resign before time. And parliamentarian in the way of pampas.
Hold on there for me.
One to Mike Henry.
Hold on.
Eh?
Hold on there for me, caller. Hold on. Let's go back to the topic we're on. I want you all to listen and watch something here. And when you look on the outside of Mr. Clarke home in Kirkland Heights, you can see bullet holes. I don't even know the family is still there. I doubt the family is still
Oh
at the
God.
house.
Mm-mm.
I doubt his wife and daughter is even in Jamaica.
They wouldn't tell me.
How on
That
earth?
PM memory that.
How on earth can you ever trust any government at all? Whether the PNP government or the JLP government?
Not just none of them.
When your own government, your own security forces pump 21 bullets in one of your brother's body, your own Jamaican citizen body, and they cannot tell you why Mr. Clarke died. Did Mr. Clarke commit a crime? And even if he did commit a crime, it never.
He coming against the state and not them.
But hold on, you know,
It's
it's not right to pump 21 bullets into somebody's body, and the guns are owned by the taxpayers of this country. It's taxpayers' bullet. Mr. Clarke owned tax dollar by the bullet there, and they turn back and kill him.
Mm-mm. Whoa.
And we in this country get up and want to shower labor rights and show up and comrade and all kind of stupidness. When Rocky Mead, Ambassador Rocky Mead, was in charge of the JDF those times, who ordered the members of the JDF to go up to Kirkland Heights, pump 21 bullets into a man's body. 21 bullets.
Elijah Clarke and him a drink wine. My uncle. That is my enemy.
And we sit down and accept everything that goes on because we are in hands and gloves with the corruption, the nepotism, and the cronyism that is going on in this country. And you don't see that the state of Jamaica, ordered the assassination for Jamaican citizen.
My God.
The assassination. I take my time talk because I don't want to wake up anybody in the house here.
Well, I can tell the opposition them watch them best security. That such man will do anything to hold on to power. So we have my Russia there and a young Russianist. No, so that never put nothing past him. When he finds a Mark Golding a lead my PNP, then we asking they will set a plan to murder him too. They must depend on double watch.
I want you all to watch and listen to this. I can call back if you want, all right?
Okay.
Okay, my dear. Listen to this to me. I want you all to watch and listen to this. And tell me if this is right.
Hot, and the nights were endless. The days were steaming hot, and the nights were endlessly long, as the social and the political tension built in May of 2010. There were whispers that the man who was at the center of the national crisis, the infamous Tavares, had issued threats to 2 cabinet members and the female spouse of another. Tavares expected the political hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party to protect him from extradition, as he and those street elements in Western Kingston had protected the vote for the JLP over many years. As Tavares cowered in the days leading up to the security forces breaking into Tivoli Gardens with deadly effect, many inside the shuttered community actually believed it would not happen. And a few days later, on the 27th of May, it reached Uptown. During the ongoing search for Tavares, chartered accountant Keith Clarke was killed at his Kirkland Close home in Red Hills.
Okay, this is I get to understand. This is all bullet holes here, you know. All of here is bullet hole. Look on the window here. Look on his vehicle. You see it? You see it? bullet holes. 21 bullets pumped into the citizen of a Jamaican body. 21 bullets, 21 times they shoot at this man. 21 times, 21 bullets was pumped into this man's body. 21.
St. Andrew, when 100 soldiers and a handful of police personnel raided his residence. The shooting and explosions lasted for about an hour, according to neighbors. Reports at the time said that the Jamaica Defense Force personnel, acting on intelligence, went there in search of coke. When the shooting ended, the accountant was shot 21 times, mostly to the back. He died inside the home he shared with his wife and a daughter. 3 Jamaica Defense Force soldiers were charged with his murder 2 years later, on the 30th of July 2012. The soldiers were indicted by Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn. The murder trial of the 3 soldiers was postponed on the 13th of October 2013 until the 9th of March 2015 due to the chikungunya illness on the part of one of the defense lawyers. On the 9th of March 2015, the trial was rescheduled for October 12 that year, after the Director of Public Prosecutions acceded to request from attorneys for the soldiers that the trial be delayed pending the completion of the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry. On the 12th of October 2015, the trial was again rescheduled, this time to February 8 of 2016, pending the completion of the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry. On the 19th of September 2016, the trial was again pushed back to February 6, 2017, this for undisclosed reasons. In September...
You hear how much time the trial has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back? You hear how many times this trial has been pushed back?
September of 2017, the trial was again delayed, this time because of the unavailability of Dr. Dinesh Rayo, the former consultant pathologist to the Ministry of National Security. At the time the trial was set to get underway in April of 2018, the attorney representing the soldiers presented immunity certificates and argued that his clients could not be tried. The lawyer dropped a bombshell when he revealed in court that the soldiers were granted immunity from prosecution by former Security Minister Peter Bunting.
Now tell me something now. Tell me something here. The soldiers was granted prosecution by former Minister of National Security Peter Bunting. 21 bullets was pumped into Keith Clarke's body. And the former Minister of National Security, Mr. Peter Bunting, granted immunity to members of the Jamaica Defense Force. 21 bullets was pumped into the body of a Jamaican citizen. He was assassinated by the state on Jamaican soil. And Mr. Bunting gave the 3 soldiers of the Jamaica Defense Force immunity. Listen to this. Dear God in heaven, help this country.
On the 22nd of February 2016, almost 6 years after the incident, the certificates were granted to Corporal Odell Buckley, Lance Corporal Greg Tingling, and Private Arnold Henry, some 4 years after they were charged with Clarke's murder. In halting the trial, after Clarke's widow Claudette challenged the immunity granted to the soldiers, Justice Brown told the court at the time that it was not for him to determine the legality of the actions of then Minister of National Security Peter Bunting.
Who gave them immunity? Who gave them immunity? 21 bullets was pumped into a Jamaican citizen's body. And the 3 JDF soldiers got immunity. And Rocky Mead can't tell the people of this country who ordered the soldiers to go up to Keith Clarke home.
Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn had argued that Bunting had overreached and interfered in the matter when he sanctioned the immunity certificates. Llewellyn had also described the decision by Bunting as a most unusual exercise of authority. The matter was sent to the Constitutional Court, which in November of 2019 heard arguments in the challenge to the legality of the certificates of immunity brought by widow Keith Clarke. The court then handed down its ruling on the 18th of February, nearly 2 years after the trial was halted in April of 2018. The ruling said that the 3 Jamaica Defence Force soldiers will have to stand trial. The court ruled that immunity certificates granted to the trio in 2016 by Bunting were invalid, null, and void. In announcing the court's decision, Justice Leighton Pusey, who was part of a 3-judge panel that heard the challenge, said the granting of immunity was manifestly unfair and unreasonable, and as such the soldiers must stand trial for Clarke's murder. The certificates were issued by Bunting under the Emergency Powers Act, under which several states of emergency are now in force. Since the ruling was handed down, Bunting has stated that he received legal advice before he issued the good faith certificates in 2016. Bunting, in a statement to the media, said that having acted on the advice he received, he could not have responsibly taken an administrative decision to deny the soldiers access to the certificates of good faith. Now, interesting days ahead.
My, what a woe situation, weeping and wailing. What a woe city nation, weeping and wailing. 21 bullets. I don't care who wants to say repeating myself. 21 bullets. The state of Jamaica pumped into the body of a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican soil. 21 bullets of taxpayers' money who buy that bullet. Mr. Clarke paid taxes in this country, and his tax dollars turn around and kill him. His own tax dollars he paid taxes for turn around and kill him. 21 bullets was pumped into the body of Mr. Clarke. We can't get any answer. The former Minister of National Security decided to give members of the JDF who was involved in it immunity from prosecution. 21 bullets, my God Almighty. And we hands and gloves these people because we worship them. They are God Almighty themselves. They are demigods, and we worship our demigods. And until now, we can't hear who ordered the soldiers to go up to Kirkland Heights. The person was in charge of the Jamaica Defence Force then. And they beg to ask the question, why is the Prime Minister hell-bent on having former members of the JDF under his wings? It begs to ask the question, why the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the current Prime Minister of Jamaica, hell-bent to have members of the JDF, former members of the JDF, under his wings. He has Rocky Mead, who is the ambassador of Plentiful, who can go around anywhere in the world and speak on Jamaica's behalf. And nobody asks him any question. It is being rumored that the former Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, will be appointed as senator pretty soon. Liar, true, I don't know. But it's rumored around. Those are the people that have around him. He wants around him. And he doesn't see it fit to say to Rocky Mead, the nation of Jamaica want to know who ordered the members of the JDF up to Kirkland Heights. He doesn't see it. When they have the commission of inquiry into Tivoli Garden, I still believe it was nonsense, and I still believe it's still nonsense. Because nobody, not one single soul, no one has been sent to prison or been charged for anything. No one from the Vumvavon, the Vumvavi, of the effluence of society, who was charged or have been charged about anything. Waste of taxpayers' money to have commission of inquiries in this country. Because nobody will be going to prison. And I believe that members of the Jamaican diaspora should be asking the government of Jamaica to release to the Jamaican people who ordered the killing of Mr. Keith Clarke. Who ordered members of the Jamaica Defense Force up to Kirkland Heights, that they could pump 21 bullets inside Mr. Keith Clarke's body. Not me who said it. Let me show you again. See there? These are all bullet holes. Right here. All in his SUV. There it is. And we sit down in this country and we hands and gloves these people. And then when they do their nastiness and their corruption, they act as if they don't do anything. What we do, we give them order of distinction, an order of this. That is why I don't want it. It's not an honorable thing anymore to get, because criminals get in it. Some undercover criminals in this country getting order of distinction and all of this and all of that. Some undercover criminals in this country getting order of old jackass, order of old donkey, order of this and all. It's not an honorable thing anymore. Not an honorable thing anymore. So for those who are running down these high profile distinctions from the Governor General, it's honorable anymore. Because you have some notorious criminals, undercover criminals, who are getting those orders. You have some notorious criminals. You have some notorious human traffickers. You have some notorious people who is getting Jamaica's highest order who don't deserve to get it, but they're getting it. But they're getting it. And that is why the late Wilmot Perkins once said, I don't want no order for old jackass, nor old donkey. I don't want it. Same thing, jackass and donkey. And now I understand why he said it. Because when you sit down and watch in October of this year, coming up, on Heroes Weekend, the national awards ceremony held at King's House. And when you look at some people who they get it, they are notorious undercover criminals and drugs pushers and human traffickers. The hands are not clean, involved in some nastiness. And those are the people who are giving orders to. We don't want to give an order to a teacher who has served, long servant, who has served the education system well. We don't want to give order of distinction to a security guard who has served her country by trying to secure her country. We don't want to give a national award to a person who go downtown Kingston and feed the poor people downtown Kingston. No, but we give an award to some notorious criminals in this country. And that is why I keep on telling people, when you don't hear these national awards, don't bother jump up and you don't get any. It is not honorable anymore. Those awards that they're giving out at King's House every year during October, the national awards and ceremonial awards and this and that. Some notorious criminals are getting it. Some notorious crooks. Some notorious money launderers. And some human traffickers are getting Jamaica's national award. Who ordered the killing of Mr. Keith Clarke? The Jamaica Defense Force members pumped 21 bullets in the body of a Jamaican citizen. And when they're done, somebody wants to give them immunity from prosecution. This is the country we talk about a 2030 vision. This is the country that's saying that the dirty 30 are trying to bring down Jamaica's reputation. When you people forget that, forget what happened in 2010 and beyond 2010 and before 2010. How many Jamaicans were murdered and dumped into an open grave in Spanish Town Cemetery? In the 1980s, how many Jamaicans were murdered in this country all in the name of politics? We're talking about people bringing down Jamaica. How many Jamaicans were murdered in this country? But yet, I'm not saying that is the members of the whatever, the dirty whatever, bringing down the country and bringing down Brand Jamaica. Brand Jamaica has already gone down. Brand Jamaica has already gone down when giving some awards to some notorious criminals in this country. When giving some awards to some notorious criminals in this country, order of this and order of that. How many Jamaicans have been murdered in this country by the hands of these people when they give national awards to? How many Jamaicans have been how many Jamaicans can't even get a proper salary under these same criminals on giving an order to? We're talking about national awards ceremony on the lawns of Jamaica House or King's House, the Governor General's Award. When you look on the TV, I see some people getting it. I say, no man, they're not supposed to get it. Because you're looking at some notorious drugs pushers, some notorious criminals, some notorious money launderers, some notorious human traffickers. But national award. Should this ban all those things? Because some people in the country don't fit to get those things. Who ordered the killing of Keith Clarke? Who ordered the assassination of a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican soil? That is the question the two political parties need to answer to the people of this country. The two political parties to answer to the people of this country. Who ordered the assassination of a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican soil by the state of this country? by the security forces of this country, I should say. 21 bullets was pumped into the body of this man. And until now, his family can't get justice. Is there any justice in this country? When you have a DPP telling the people of this country that she has dealt with that before, I want to play this video with her. She's another one. You know, fit to be there. Listen to this. Not me who said it. It came out of her own mouth. Her own mouth said it, not me. Listen to this.
Paula
Llewellyn's
the
shocking
discussions,
comments on Vibes Cartel Privy Council
the
appeal.
Heat from the Vibes Cartel Privy Council ruling continue. And this morning, for the first time, the DPP was responding since the judgment came down last Thursday morning. And she was asked by Tona and Ricardo about the advice she gave to the judge in the trial after it was revealed that there was an attempt to bribe the jurors.
DPP, having been told that all of your jurors in 2014 had been offered a $500,000 bribe, why did you not advise the judge that it was probably best to dismiss the jury, which was now obviously tainted?
You see, you are now trying to get me to discuss the matter, and I told you that I didn't wish to.
No, but certainly this point, DPP, is important because here the law lords are saying you advised the judge that you were prepared to proceed even though you knew that the entire panel, 11 jurors, the forewoman told you, had been offered bribes. Wouldn't that mean in your judgment, DPP, that the entire jury, as the law lords have now found, was contaminated and should have been terminated or discharged?
Well, first of all, I am not the judge.
True, but you gave advice that you were prepared to proceed, and what I'm trying to understand.
We were prepared to proceed.
But why were you prepared to proceed with a jury that was contaminated?
No. All the other factors, that some of which I cannot go into in terms of.
So you were thinking about cost. You were thinking about how long the matter had been going.
We were also thinking of security issues. There were a lot of other issues that we cannot go into the public domain, and what our information from the foreman was, what she was saying, was that all of the attempts had to do with acquittal. Clearly, if it had been the other way, we would have, clearly, given the overriding objective of any case, which is fairness to the accused. But what would have been perhaps planted in the mind of the jurors is, okay, you need to acquit. And remember that these persons, at least two of them, are very famous. So it would have been, as far as the prosecution, when we discussed it, we would have been those ones at a great disadvantage. This is not the first time.
But with the greatest respect, DPP, that's not persuasive, because what I want you to focus on is the fact that the process now had been corrupted and contaminated, and you advised the judge that you were comfortable proceeding with a contaminated and corrupt process.
This is not the first time that I have had to deal with jury tampering.
And be that as it may, in the exercise of your judgment, why did you not see it fit to bring to an end a matter that had been corrupted?
After 64 days of trial?
Isn't the interest of protecting the impartial trial greater than the length of time that had elapsed?
I agree with you on paper, but I have done other cases where there has been jury tampering to the great negative of the prosecution. I have seen cases, I've seen jury inquiries where the juror, having been questioned, it was quite clear that it was either an accused person or an accused person's relative that approached the juror and the juror was able to indicate to the court that it did not make any difference, he would still be able to have an impartial situation in his mind. I have had the experience. I've prosecuted many cases, and when asked, I have indicated that we don't have any problem. So in other words, we are prepared to take our chances and just try to make sure that you have a very powerful address. But this, what happened in a couple of the cases I've dealt with, didn't happen during summation. It happened before we got to summation. So I have had the experience before of jury tampering. And I have been asked before, what is my view, being the prosecutor in the matter? And even after the inquiry, it's a judgment. It's quite clear that you don't know if the juror is telling you everything about the encounter with the relative of the accused, but you are willing to take the chance nonetheless. So it has happened. I mean, both myself and Mr. Taylor, who was the prosecutor, we didn't drop from the sky. It's not the first case that we are both having to deal with. And in our experience, we have had to deal with cases where you have issues arising.
With the benefit of hindsight, with the benefit.
Only what this lady said a while ago. The Jamaica's chief prosecutor said, as the first you have dealt with tainted jurors, it's not the first. And we must trust the justice system in this country. Huh? We must trust the justice system and just the political system in this country. When they can order the assassination of a Jamaican citizen. And Jamaica's chief prosecutor is telling the nation, the people of this country, that she has dealt with tainted jurors before and the case proceed. It begs to ask the question, how many Jamaican citizens is languishing in prisons in this country because of her without a fair trial? And how many Jamaican citizens in this country of ours is in prison who has never seen the doorstep of a courthouse, much as to go in front of a judge? One has been in there for 42 years. 42 years. The two political parties, Bob and Weave, PNP, JLP, JLP, PNP, PNP, JLP, JLP, PNP, PNP, and nothing has been done. Nobody sees fit to go to the courthouse. No JP. Don't see it fit to go to the courthouse and ask questions. Is Tom Jones in there? What he has been charged for? Have you seen a judge? Has he been to court? No. A lot of people get all of these positions. Jeffrey Tavares, jackass of the peace, ODOJ. And when they're supposed to do, they're not doing it. Not to mention these churches in this country, who all them do is hands and gloves these politicians. And this prayer breakfast thing they're having. It don't make no sense to have no prayer breakfast. And if I blaspheme, I ask God to forgive me. Because God not answer some of these preachers who they preach and they pray to God. God not answer them. Because some of them are nasty and dirty too. Some of these so-called preachers in the churches in this country don't fit to be in the pulpit preaching to the Jamaican people. Not to anybody whatsoever. What you need to do as a preacher is speak truth to power. And some of these preachers in Jamaica must go look a job and stop scam the poor people. Because one of the politicians is the same thing. Some of these so-called preachers who they preach on the pulpit are the same thing as the politicians scamming the Jamaican people. You can't have a Jamaican murdered on the soil of Jamaica by the state of Jamaica And I know nobody can say who did it or who ordered it. Who ordered it? I will forever say this, and I don't care who I'm vexed with me. There is no difference in the two political systems in our country. No different. "21 bullets was pumped into this man's body. 21 times. They bloop, 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 bloop. How many times they click that trigger? And don't be surprised if it's more than 21 bullets. Don't be surprised. But this is the country and they're talking about a 2030 vision. This is the country they're talking about. Brand Jamaica is being bring down by the dirty 30. All of these things is going on in the country. The assassination of a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican side, not bring down the brand of Jamaica. The Prime Minister, who was not declared his statutory declaration, not bring down the brand of Jamaica. Huh? Royal Reed. All know he can't go before the court. Not that bring down the Jamaica. "21 bullets pumped into a Jamaican citizen our body. Not bring down Jamaica. No. But 30 people stand up for this country. 30 people decide that they have enough of the corruption in the country. They're the one who's bringing down brand Jamaica. But those who can declare the statutory declaration, not bring down brand Jamaica. Only we bring down brand Jamaica. 21 bullets was pumped into the body of a Jamaican citizen. It could be you, it could be me, it could be your brother, it could be your sister. Not a damn thing comes out of it. 21 bullets. Who ordered the assassination of a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican soil? Mobster and gangmanism running this country. And I must be a part of a system like that. Where they're going to give me order of old donkey and all of bad odor and give me jackass of the peace? No, no, no. I won't be among people who have those things, who some of them is notorious criminals. I'm not saying all of them, because some honorable people get it. Don't get me wrong. Some honorable people are JPs and some honorable people get all those distinctions. But you have some inside who don't deserve to get it. There are some people who they get order of this and order of that, don't deserve to get it. They are notorious criminals. Under the quiet. They're undercover criminals and undercover human traffickers and undercover drugs lords. Those are the people we're giving national awards to. And we can't tell, none of them. This country, the government of yesterday and today, can't tell the Jamaican people how did they and why did they and what happened, why Keith Clarke is dead. What happened? There's a famous minister inside there in the parliament right now, who do some real estate dealing. But let me not get into that, There's a famous minister of government who is involved in some real estate dealing. But if the truth should come out, there will be no night, there will be no day. Who ordered the killing of Mr. Keith Clarke? Who ordered the members of the Jamaica Defense Force to go up to Kirkland Heights and assassinated this man on Jamaican soil? His own Jamaican citizen. His own Jamaican security forces assassinated him. Who was put there to serve and protect the citizens of this country. To turn their guns on him. But damn well I know where this was. But the sin. Is it that Mr. Clarke knew something and was going to burst it out? Why they assassinated him? Is that Mr. Clarke knew something? Knew what was going on? Have some information or some accounting thing on some of them? Is that why they assassinated Keith Clarke? To shut him up? It is now 9:45, 15 minutes before 10 o'clock. We're going to open up the phone lines. Who ordered the assassination of Keith Clarke? We're going to open up the phone lines for those who want to call in and give you 2 cents. You can. 954-529-8030. 21 bullets. Taxpayers' gun, taxpayers' bullet was pumped into a taxpayer of this country body. And until now, you can't get any justice. Can't get any justice from any of them. My heart grieves for this country. My heart grieves for my people. A nation, we have some dark days ahead of us in this country. There's some dark days ahead of us in this country. Some dark days. Dear God, when will this end? When will the people of this country get some justice? When will Claudette Clarke and her daughter get some justice for her husband and her father? When? When will other people in this country who live below crossroad get some justice in this country? When will the dirty foot trousers and the tear-up skirt woman or gal get some justice in this country from the justice system of this country? When will the people of rural Jamaica get some justice for their brothers and their sisters? When will those who are locked away in our prisons, who has never seen the doorstep of a courthouse, much as to see a judge, when will they get justice? When will the mother of Donna Lee Donaldson get justice? When will Exina King get justice? And so many others. When will they get justice in this country? When will they get justice for all those little Jamaicans who are gone missing? For all those cases that Fitz Bailey have on his desk? When will the people have those? When will those people get justice? When will the Jamaican people get the true figure of the crime statistics in this country? When will the Jamaican people get the truth from this Prime Minister? When will the people of this country get the truth from this Minister of National Insecurity? Huh? When will we get the truth? It all boils back down. When will the Jamaican people get justice in this country? That's what it boils down to. When will we, the Jamaican people, get justice from the people of the effluence of society? When? May God have mercy upon this nation. May God have mercy upon the people of this country. The numbers to call is also a WhatsApp number, 954-529-8030. Call in and talk to us and tell us what you think. 21 bullets. 21 bullets. And so many other Jamaican citizens have been murdered in this country, and nothing comes out of it. So many mothers in this country are weeping tonight for their sons or their loved ones who have been murdered by the state, and nothing comes out of it. When will they get justice? When will the people of Tivoli Garden, Rima, Jungle, Backbush, Arnett Garden, when will they get justice? Hello, good night. Welcome to the Make We Talk program.
Good night, Mr. Tavares. How you doing?
I am here, sir. I'm here tonight, sir. Looking and living.
Not true. All right. Yeah, upon the topic of what Mr. Clarke, unfortunately, a Jamaican has perished like that, and nothing come out of it, just like always. But one divert a little bit from that. My friend was died, and he said it take like 3 months before they give an autopsy. And the reason for it is one government pathologist in Jamaica. So all the bodies from everywhere Montego Bay, Westmoreland, Iranover have been transferred to Kingston as Spanish Town somewhere out there in order for them to do the autopsy, because I'm going one government pathologist. Now, you now look Mr. Tavares. $371 million Jamaican dollar for a building that nobody occupy. They rent $371 million and one government pathologist.
And you know,
just imagine how much a pathologist that could pay.
And you know something, sir? This pathologist situation has been going on in this country for many years, you know.
Long time.
Under the two political parties, you know.
Exactly.
Been going on for many years.
Yes.
And until now, nothing. One pathologist in this country.
One government pathologist. But it's not even much about being, because he must tired.
Of course he's tired.
And then you, a person lose them loved one for somebody shoot them or whatever, then government pathologists have to examine him as to whatever happened. Yeah, we wait 3-4 months. The other day, me real lump sum program, we got some people come up and I say, when they get them body from the morgue and flush down after the pathologist done, sometimes they in a state of decomposition.
Because there's only one pathologist.
Only one can do but so much.
I
the rate how people are dead in Jamaica.
God Almighty, help us, oh Lord.
I don't understand what these guys thinking. I want to check something because I am not that. I'm not very resource to check. 2023, I heard that over 100 children missing in Jamaica. Unaccounted for. Over 100. With little Jamaica.
There is something that I know. Well, I heard about. And it was brought to my attention. And the person said to me, when we get We're gonna get something big more on it, a lot more news on it. We need to come to the public with it. But for the time being, do not say anything to jeopardize the case of such. But what I can say so far about it, that there's a human trafficking ring going on in Jamaica from Negril Point to Moran Point. And it has some very high up people involved in it.
Yeah. It's always we the people from the way you call it, the Vumva V and the Vumva Va.
People of the Vumva V and the Vumva Va. Pampa St. Andrew and Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always them.
They lay wait.
But I'm sick and tired of this government here. They come and them say all kind of things. These people are uncontrollable. I don't understand how can even Christopher Tufton can come across my best minister. Carnival Regional Hospital and these guys they are the guard to come talk about healthcare in Jamaica.
I know something, sir. I have to draw back for history, you know. I'm not taking up for nobody, but this is worse under this government. I agree. It is worse. But Jamaica healthcare system has been languishing for many decades. And none of them do anything substantial enough about Jamaica's healthcare system.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But you know what it is though?
Yes.
We have to hold the present government accountable.
Oh, yes.
And you know why? You know why? If you have a system outside, in a Porsche time, whatever, the crime problem bad, and you come and say, I know how to fix it.
Yeah,
I know how to make you keep your windows and door open. You know how to give me a chance. I say, all right, Mr. Wallace, you want to be my door window and door open. Switch answer. Go in. And when you go in, you can't fix it. You have to hold you accountable. You tell me, say, all right, problem in the country, you can't fix it. And they say, all right, good, go on. I know you can't do it. Hey, these guys are some cool guys. And you know what? You see Minister Nigel Clarke? The guy is a brilliant guy. Brilliant guy. But in brilliant for the brilliant for the wrong reason. You see when the police them? You see him set up the police them?
In the what?
You see him set up the iron police them?
Set them up in what way?
You know, so you give them a nice little increase or a nice little wage package.
When?
The commissioner get 18 million. The commissioner 18 million. All those big guys get a lot of money.
Hello, me not talk about.
So we have one. That's what it is. That's why we have a little one clock now. One different little one them down there. So they can't climb up at top.
I was just gonna say to you that me not talk about those big neck people. Me talking about people like Rowan James. But I'm glad to touch on the Rowan City. Yes.
But you don't say what them do.
Yes.
You don't say them do it. You don't know. At a particular school, you have one principal, but you have 50 teachers. Who does the principal pay? The principal a substantial amount. And silence everybody. That's what they do, you know?
Ay, Jesus, have mercy.
So we have a little Rowan James, so I can listen overtime to some police. The big boy, they're not business with that. They might see them money already, see them work and that. See them money, see them little drinks money. It's more than the police and pay. They don't bother worry about that.
And I give you a joke to you, caller. Sometime last month, I think, or the month before, I got a call on my phone. And the person to me said, Mr. Tavares, I'm going to give him my name, but don't call my name to no one.
Yes.
A very highly respected inspector of police in Jamaica called me and tell me point blank that the members of the JCF haven't gotten their overtime pay. And when I came on my platform with it and start hit out against it, in less than an hour if I came off of my platform, I see a press release came out from the Ministry of National Security. So nothing go so. At about 2 hours after, I hear the Prime Minister had some live ground breaking. I love to ground, you know. So on must listen to some people, you know. Listen to us. Nothing like that. They have gotten their overtime pay. God bless overtime pay.
That is overtime pay. But like I tell you, that's what they do. 9 o'clock, 100 and that's what they do. Them pay the people and the rank and file. Them commissioner, them bill, them get enough money. Then how is it then? And one everyone, we have the same overtime pay for all police, all rank and file police. File an injunction, so boy, you need them pay or whatever. And then you go receive it. They circumvent him, throw him out, and then they pull back the lawsuit. So them and them party agree. Both party agree, so you don't need to go court.
Jesus. This country. The center cannot hold. Mayor and occupant the land. Father God.
Yes. So I let you know them use one like Andrew or Nigel and they use them smarts to do the wrong thing. They use them smarts to go on people and try to put the country now buying more. You see how them do it to the speaker. Now they want to throw Miss Washington, the Clark. She will go. And she will go under the bus. Miss Curtis will go under the bus.
The force Miss Valerie Curtis to retire early.
Jesus, me say I can't wait to do the election.
This country, see?
Jesus God. Hey, I look at this ingenious demand. If the minister of insecurity, look at this ingenious thing is. Then send that report Friday morning. And then Friday night they come out and say, as of now, there's no report detailed in the order from the Integrity Commission or the establishment of Jamaica. He not tell no lie. Because at that time, but he not telling the truth. So before we send them back. So that is the reason that we now have no report to the table.
The police have been saying a lot of things about the overtime, Victor. They have been saying it a lot of times. They don't get no overtime pay. But as civil servants, you're not allowed to come out and say certain things. But they say it privately. Anyway, caller, thank you for calling in.
All right, Mr. Tavares.
Thank you so much. You know, when you speak about certain things, especially when you hear of what is going on with the rank and file or the members of the JCF, don't get me wrong, you know, you have some members of the JCF, you know, but then I have no respect to the Jamaican people. And them fire them gun, when they fire them gun and they assassinate Jamaican people. But you have some good rank and file members, you have some good low rank members of the JCF, and I speak none other than one of them is Corporal Ron James. I have the utmost respect for that man. And I'll always lift my hat to him. And I stand with him. But there has to be some justice in this country. For far too long, the Jamaican people have been denied the justice they're supposed to get. We're going to be 62 years old come August. This country is going to be 62 years old come August. And the Jamaican people haven't got the justice they're supposed to get. The members of Keith Clarke family, Claudette Clarke and her daughter, hasn't got the justice they're supposed to get. Doesn't matter what your uncle may have done to you in the whatever, he's still your uncle. But yet, you're part of an organization that can't give justice to the people of this country. We're oppressing the people of this country year in, year out. Every 5 years, we change oppressors in this country. You go around and promise the people of Clarkstown that you don't give them Silicon Valley, when they not even have water in their pipes. But yet, tourists in Negril at the hotels in Negril and in Trelawney and wherever have water in their pipe. But the Jamaican citizens don't have no water in their pipe. The Jamaican citizens whose sweat and blood fought for this country and built this country can't get water in their pipes. Only thing they can get is bills, up on bills, and no water. The Jamaican people who their family die and leave, lands give them, is being taken away by the state. And some people of the Vumva and the Vumva V can send bulldozer to bulldozer down a woman who lives on a water commission land for 40-something years, has never been molested by no one, has never been molested by the Labour Party of Edward Seaga administration, nor the People's National Party of Michael Manley administration, nor Portia Simpson Miller, nor PJ Patterson, nor Bruce Golding. But this dictator here, this Andrew Holness-led dictatorship in this country, led by his wife, go and bulldozer down the woman farmland, all in the name of lands. Where's the justice for the people in this country? Where's the justice they're supposed to get in this country? And time and time again, Jamaicans will do things for their party if you don't agree with them. Beg to ask the question this evening. When will the people wake up? When will our people realize that the justice that we seek in this country will never come from the two political parties? The change that we seek in Jamaica will never come from the People's National Party or the Jamaica Labour Party. The change that we seek in this country has to come from us as a people. And we must demand justice in this country. We must demand justice in this country. And my final words to you tonight. I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the strength and vigor of my body. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Let there be justice. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Let us call for justice for our people in our country. Let us call for justice from Negril Point to Moran Point, from Glenina Head Mountain to Drunker Head Mountain to Blue Mountain Peak, from Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. Let us all call for justice in this country. Our people deserve justice. The mother of Donnelly Donaldson deserves justice. The wife of Keith Clarke and daughter of Keith Clarke deserve justice. And so many others in this country deserve justice. So many others that I don't remember their name deserve justice. We, the people, deserve justice. We, the people, deserve a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Not a government of the favorite few, but a government of the people. And that's what we deserve in this country. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. And tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Jamaica time, it's 11 o'clock our time, we'll be carrying a broadcast from Jamaica. It's the Jamaican diaspora, opening of the Jamaican diaspora function in Jamaica. And on Monday, the call to action group, the Jamaican diaspora, the real Jamaican diaspora, will be having a forum at 10 o'clock on Friday morning. And the speakers will be Wilfred Radigan, Herb Nelson Jr., Rupert Francis, and others. So join us then at that time for the real Jamaican Diaspora Forum. Until you hear my voice again, continue to pray for us. Continue to pray for Jamaica land we love. And continue to fight the fight for a country that deserves justice. Continue to fight the fight for a people who want justice. Continue to pray for a people who seek change. Because Jamaica needs change. And the change must come. And the change will come. The change that we seek may not come into my lifetime or your lifetime. But let it be said by historians that those who they call the Dirty 30 has started a movement to build a better Jamaica. A better Jamaica for you, a better Jamaica for children. A better Jamaica for all. Let it be said that we never sit idly by and says nothing. But we stand up for what we believe in. And we stand up for one Jamaica. We're not a PNP Jamaica or a JLP Jamaica. We are Jamaicans. And this is Jamaica land we love. The piece of rock in the Caribbean Sea out of many one people. That's what we fight for. We don't fight for to get a piece of order of this behind your name. We don't fight for to get recognition from the high-ups of politics or the high-ups of government or the high-up of whosoever or the high-up of the people of the Vumba and the Vumba. We do this because we believe in one aim, one destiny. We believe in Jamaica. That's what we believe in. Thank you all very much for having me in your homes, on your smartphones, in your bars, in your churches. Thanks for having me from all the way in Dubai. Thanks for having me from all the way in South Africa, in Mozambique, in Zimbabwe. Wherever you're watching me from, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. And don't you forget, when you're praying, remember the people who continue to fight for Jamaica. Remember Herb Nelson Jr., Wilfred Radigan, Wayne Lonesome, a Jamaican Carlos and others. Remember Jeffrey Tavares in your prayer. That God may continue to protect us. That God may give us the zeal to continue fighting, to continue talking, to continue standing up for a better Jamaica. Have a good night, everyone. May God bless you. May God bless Jamaica land we love.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk, people.
Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk.